Welcome to the Master Cars Pro channel. Today we'll talk about the problems and weaknesses of Suzuki Grand Vitara. Most of the Suzuki Grand Vitara's mechanicals are simple and trouble-free with few problems of note to complain about. Watch out for examples that have been used hard off-road, though look for lots of mud in the wheel arches, scored brake discs from stones getting trapped in the brakes or scuffing and scraping to the seals and lower parts of the front and rear bumpers. Also check the interior for signs of wear. The Vitara's plastics are not particularly high quality, so they scratch easily. A car with a heavily scratched interior has probably led a hard life. To date, there have been 7 recalls affecting this generation Grand Vitara. The most serious of this affected some diesel-powered cars built between June 2005 and May 2008 and involved replacing the installation of the intercooler outlet pipe, which could detach, affecting the fuel-air ratio and causing soot to build up in the diesel particulate filter. This could eventually lead to a fire in extreme cases. Before buying, it's worth checking that any recalls your car may need if carried out using the DVSA website. We've not heard of many common faults, but the Watt Cars Reliability Index points to engine and fuel system issues as being the most prevalent. We have heard of some diesel examples suffering from seized water pumps. These run off the timing belt, so when they seize, they can cause the timing belt to slip, with catastrophic results for the engine. It's therefore advisable to change the timing belt for the engine at the manufacturer specified interval and to change the water pump at the same time as a preventative measure. Be aware too that diesel versions are prone to clogged particulate filters because they were often bought by low mileage drivers when they were new. This sort of driving doesn't allow a diesel particulate filter to self-clean, which it can only do at motorway speeds. A good fast drive every couple of weeks should keep the filter clear, but beware cars that haven't been driven this way. Their particulate filters might be too clogged already and need expensive replacement in short order. Yes, it should be. The Watt Car Reliability Index, which grades reliability based on the incidence of warranty repairs, scores this generation of Grand Vitara well, with a low score, which indicates relatively few cheaper to repair issues. On the face of it, the diesel version of the Suzuki Grand Vitara seems like the one to have. It's the most economical in the Thursday lineup, and its extra mid-range punch gives it more usable performance than the smaller petrol engines, and it's undoubtedly the one to choose if you plan to use your Vitara for frequent motorway journeys. That way the particulate filter will clean itself frequently and you should avoid expensive problems. But if you don't do lots of miles, we reckon the 2.4 liter petrol is the best option. In the real world, it isn't much thirstier than the diesel, and it offers a whole lot more power. What's more, it's smoother and more pleasant to drive, and because it's mechanically much simpler, it may well end up being more reliable too. When the Suzuki Grand Vitara first came up, we tested it against the Nissan X-Trail and Kia Sportage. Both of these rivals beat the Vitara in the test, and today the X-Trail in particular looks like a better buy. It's no more expensive than the Grand Vitara, has a nicer interior, and is far more comfortable on the move. It's also worth trying a Honda CR-V, which is also more comfortable than the Grand Vitara and endowed with a smarter interior. The CR V also has an excellent reputation for reliability, especially in patrol form. A Land Rover Freelander is also worth a look. It feels more upmarket than the other cars here, and with its squishy ride, it's also very comfortable. Just don't expect it to handle as sweetie as the Suzuki, and keep in mind it's less than perfect reputation for reliability, and the fact that prices are slightly higher, meaning you won't get as nice an example for your cash. Well, if you are the owner of this car, then please describe the problems that you had to face during the operation of the car. Perhaps it is your feedback that'll help viewers when choosing a car. That's it for today. Thanks everyone for attention. It isn't much work for you to subscribe to the channel. See you soon.